Hi, this is Chris from J&M Option Trading, and I'm here today to give you a quick review of the all-new Quant Data platform. I'm actually really excited to talk about Quant Data today because this is a platform that we've used since before the refresh, and especially now after the platform has been completely redesigned from the ground up, I find myself relying on Quant Data more and more as my top number one flow platform. Definitely something that I've been using daily and would highly recommend to any trader as an essential resource, especially for information more than just options flow, right? You're getting additional value and resources here through the use of the Quant Data platform. So I would definitely say that Quant Data is an essential tool. And one of the things we're going to talk about today, especially in light of all of the other flow platforms, is going to be how Quant Data beats out the competition in regards to, the tools and resources they provide and the value as well that you get from the Quant Data membership. Remember that Quant Data is on the lower side and is actually less expensive than some of the other competing platforms. So what you're getting here is not just a full-fledged flow platform, but you're also getting that at a lower cost than some of the other competitors. So especially when it comes to platforms like FlowAlgo, we're definitely going to take a look at, kind of the pros and cons, and also talk a little bit why Quant Data is that better value. So right now we're just looking at the dashboard for Quant Data, the home screen, so to speak, and I would say that right off the bat you can tell that this is very neatly organized, and you're presented with all of the information right up front, right? So if I'm looking at my Quant Data dashboard here, right, we're receiving the market sentiment. We're able to see the pull and the put call ratio for the day, our put call volume, and also the premium as well. So we can kind of quickly glance at our top hotbar here and get a quick idea of the sentiment of the market. Below that, we're getting our main screen for the options order flow. And the really good thing here is that, this flow that's coming in is going to be unfiltered, and that's a pro and a con. And I would say the pro for sure is that you're actually getting more data, you're getting more information, and you're actually receiving more flow than some of the other platforms. Now, the reason why that might be a con is because it will take some filtering for you to really see what type of information is valuable to you. And of course, this is up to the trader's preference. However, Quant Data makes sure to keep that in mind and provide a really strong filtering system that you would access right here. So, it's really clean cut, it's really straight and to the point. You can search by ticker the premium for each flow, or each sweep. You can filter that, the size, trade type, the contract type. So for example, if I wanted to look at a premium of option flows greater than 100,000 and I wanted to specifically look at calls, I've just done that in 2 clicks, and now I can apply my filter and be able to see the flow that is relevant to the information that I want. Moving on from there, we also have our dark pool prints, and we also have something called lit pool, which is a bit of an exclusive feature. So dark pool obviously are going to be those really large order types, those blocks that are getting placed off market exchanges, and we're seeing those come in real time. The, I would say, key feature, or something that is really underrated, is that Quant Data is actually getting this flow 5 minutes faster than any of the other leading competitors. So this data is coming in 5 minutes in advance, and especially as an experienced options trader would know, 5 minutes can be the difference in a trade, right? 5 minutes, especially being able to see some of this flow, is going to be essential. So when time is of the essence, getting that additional time to kind of receive this information and then react to it is going to be absolutely essential. Again, you can also filter your dark prints by size, by price, and by ticker. So for example, if we wanted to see what kind of flow came in on a equity like Tesla, we would go in and apply that and see what kind of dark pool is coming in. In addition to that, right here, we also receive lit pool, which are going to be those on-market blocks, those really large orders that are coming in intraday, and the ones that we're getting that aren't delayed. In addition to that, right below our dark and light pool prints, we also have a quick news and sentiment box to just quickly glance at news throughout the day. This can also be filtered here. So for example, again, if I'm looking at one of our favorite tickers, we would go in and apply this and instantly get all sources of news, any headlines that came in throughout the day for Tesla, right? So now if I'm really trying to kind of narrow down my usage of the platform intraday, this is the type of thing where we can kind of really filter out each individual source of information that Quant Data is providing us and kind of get a better idea, get a bigger picture into what's happening in a particular stock throughout the day. And that's something that I do throughout any of the stocks on my watch list. Is I kind of go through the platform, filter out this information to really see what's happening, and I would say definitely essential to my day-to-day trading habits. Moving on from that, we also receive exclusive Quant Alerts. So these alerts are being filtered out based off of some flow, some additional metrics that have to be met by Quant Data's AI. And once that's met, it's sending out these alerts to us intraday. And one of the things that you'll see is that these alerts are actually really good. I don't know how their AI is tuned, or what kind of information it filters in order to receive these alerts. But every single one that comes in, you definitely know, or at least I definitely feel comfortable following along with these Quant Alerts. They always seem to come in a very timely manner and also be very accurate. And especially when we're receiving alerts intraday, as you see here, we have alerts from Plug, Netflix, Clove. All of these are longs, coincidentally, which would match up with the underlying market movement for today. But aside from that, you're getting the direction, you're getting the reference, and it's also coming in right on the dot. So I would say having the Quant Alerts up here on your home page on the dashboard, also very useful. So moving along from our dashboard, we are also met with some additional features that are provided by the Quant Data platform. Over here on the left side, you can easily navigate any of these tabs. So moving along, we're going to look quickly at the historical options order flow, something that is very useful as well to kind of highlight flow that's coming in the past and kind of being able to compare that to what's happening intraday. So for example, if we want to come in here, really we can narrow down on the date. So I could say, I want to look only at flow that's occurring this week. So what started from Monday, and I could submit that. And then going over here, we can actually filter that flow out as well. So, I'm using the same filter that was provided on the dashboard, the one that we just made for Tesla. And that's also carrying over to our historical flow as well. So what I can see here is if I hit apply, now we can actually scroll back all the way to Monday if we wanted to see what type of flow was coming in. And specifically for Tesla, which has actually been met with really strong bullish flow recently, we're seeing all of this historically, and so we're able to kind of look at the strike prices and the expiration dates that are coming in for this flow from Monday, and being able to use that to assess the bullishness of the flow that's coming in today. So being able to get access to historical flow is a feature that I find highly valuable, especially because we can apply the same filters and really customize or dial down on our date range if we wanted to. For example, if I wanted to look at last week's flow exclusively, right, we can do that as well. And applying these filters are going to be just as easy as they would be on the dashboard. Moving along from here, the next section would be the full news and sentiment section. So Where on the dashboard we saw a little snippet of the news and sentiment section, here we're actually seeing, kind of the entire page, being able to kind of look at more headlines at the same time, search for specific topics if we wanted to. And the best thing about this feature, I would say, is that not only are we getting news articles in real time, but we're also getting additional information, right? So we're getting analyst ratings, we're getting, news in regard to earnings, we're getting all of those additional sources of information that you might find valuable to you throughout the day. And especially to get this in real time, to get it on the same platform, just goes to show how much of a kind of all-in-one platform Quant Data is growing to becoming. Going on from there, we're actually moving along to our stock report section. And so this is something that I also find pretty valuable and tend to use day to day as well. It's going to be our report section where we actually get these really detailed fundamental reports by Refinitiv. So these are, full-fledged fundamental reports. You're getting all sources of information that might be valuable to you in regard to just regular equity, if this is something that you're looking to invest in, kind of getting compare and contrast versus the market. And in addition to that, you're also getting information about earnings as well. So you're going to get a lot of analysis here, a lot of data, a lot of information to kind of help you along the way, key context, and especially information that you probably wouldn't get just on any other platform, right? Especially when we look at some of the competitors like FlowAlgo. You're not going to really be getting this much of a all-in-one experience as you do here. Moving on from there, just again going to show that all-in-one, we also have a implementation of TradingView's live charting. And if you're not familiar with TradingView, they're maybe one of the top charting platforms that are available online, and you're actually getting this chart, you're getting their features right here built into the Quant Data dashboard. So if I'm trying to check a chart quickly while we're also looking at our flow, for example, I can do that without actually having to navigate away from my dashboard. So I would say that's going to be also very highly useful for me as well, especially when it comes down to some of the additional features that you're getting with the TradingView implementation, right? You get the comparison feature where we can also compare the performance of one stock to another, for example. We're getting custom indicators. We are able to really customize this chart to what we need. And I would say having this, just right off the bat in the same platform is going to be very useful as well. And then lastly, again, we also have our options profit calculator. Here you can estimate the future value of a contract. So, if we go back to our dashboard, for example, and we see a large flow coming in, right? Let's say I wanted to reset this to all tickers. Now, we can see this flow coming in. And, for example, let's say we look at this Tesla flow that just came in this afternoon. I can go ahead and look at our strike price of 800, look at Tesla's current reference price, which was 682 at the time this flow came in, and I can go over to my options profit calculator and make some comparisons for what that price might be in the future depending on Tesla's movement. So all in all, Quant Data really has just turned out to be a full-fledged, fully featured platform. Lastly, I would say, if we had to compare Quant Data and the all-new platform in comparison to some of its competitors like FlowAlgo and Cheddar Flow, what we're really seeing here is, a platform that can't be beat for its price. Especially when we see that, platforms such as FlowAlgo are going to cost twice as much. But with Quant Data, you're also getting twice the value, right? So you're spending less and you're getting more, and that's something that I value for sure. In addition to that, with the all new platform, with this all new revision, what we're seeing here is Quant Data is continuing to add new features day after day, right? They're continuing to revise and optimize the platform to make it not only fast, but again, accurate, reliable, and also being able to provide additional value, right? As we've seen with the news and charting functions, with these stock reports, we're really kind of getting everything all at the same time. In addition to that, this brand new streamlined platform, I would say, is much easier to use than some of the other competitors' platforms. If you enjoyed this review today, don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe to our channel, and last but not least, if you are considering Quant Data after a review today, remember that by visiting the link in the description, you are able to get a 7-day free trial and an additional discount on your membership. So this is something that, I think, especially with that 7-day free trial, you can't go wrong with, and I would recommend this to any options trader.